been too long. This guitar has sat in the cupboard for quite a while. The reason I've got it living in that cupboard over there rather than being played every single day was because basically I got too attached to this guitar, and the frets were starting to get a little bit worn again, and I was thinking I really don't want to go and get this set up again. Have you ever fallen out of love with a guitar? Each time I get this out of the cupboard, a little worried that I'm going to go, oh, that's not actually as good as I remembered. Luckily, it hasn't happened today. By the way, I've put together a full transcription with Daniel Martinez, shout out Daniel, of I Can't Make You Love Me, which I was playing on this guitar about 4 years ago. This would have been soon after I got the guitar. If you want to check that out, Gumroad will be the place to either get the full tab, the transcription, the backing track, and a video with the tab playing along, or you could join up to the highest tier on Patreon, which is $7 a month, and we're going to do hopefully some regular transcriptions, so like one a month, something like that. And if you want to get involved with selecting which that transcription is, then yeah, that higher tier on Patreon, where hopefully we can kind of, you know, get into some longer length solos. I think that's probably the best way to do that, but either Gumroad if you want to do it one-off, or Patreon for an ongoing thing. This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. So, the moment of truth. When I did first get it out, there were some green mouldy bits on the frets. I'd say mould, or maybe rust, or whatever you want to call it. Now what on earth is this green stuff? Going to need to wipe that off. So the action on it is actually a little bit lower than the yellow guitar. The yellow guitar I would put now as kind of my number one that I'm playing all the time. this guitar has that the yellow one doesn't, though, maybe I'll just try and... So when I first got this guitar, which I bought it off of a forum, the fretboard forum, about £800, there was fully kind of nitro finish, but you can see on this side here we got some really lovely natural wear. This is, I think, what's so beautiful about having like a number one guitar that you play super often, that you get this sort of thing happening. My buddy Tony from up the road has a similar thing. On the other side of the neck, not quite the same thing. Basically, Monties, who do great guitar setups as well as making great pickups, there was somehow some kind of, you can see like the remnants of them, like these little lines that came up either from a zip or something like that on a gig bag. So this has been like lightly sanded out. Feels lovely, but this side here, and as you can see, like there's bits where the nitro's just started to wear through, and you get that lovely kind of feel to it. The guitar has also got some battle scars. It fell on something there. And yeah, it's kind of just got some honest wear, because it's like pretty slim, thin, old style nitro. And I think it's really grown on me to be, I think, one of my favourite looking guitars as well. I think it, initially I thought it kind of just looked a bit silly, a little bit cheap, but now that it's got some wear on it, I think it looks pretty beautiful. But the main thing for me about it was not just that it feels... really slinky and beautiful to play. The K-line Springfield in particular, the neck pocket has a slightly different angle, so instead of like on a Strat where it's kind of exactly square, this is almost as if it had like a shim, which is one of the tricks that guys in the trade would use to get a lower action. It kind of just plays beautifully. It's nice and lightweight, about 7 pounds and 7 ounces or something like that, and 9.5-inch radius. No, 10-inch radius, just 10-inch radius. A 1.65 is the thickness. It's a medium C neck, Lola Dirty Blondes, Wilkinson trem, which Wilkinson actually really underrated, I think, in the hardware game. The bends come off a bit easier on this guitar actually than the yellow, the butter Springfield. I haven't fallen out of love with it yet, so that's kind of good. I do like to check in and just make sure, you know, things haven't changed too much. Because there are guitars that I bought back, for instance, like a Telecaster, that I thought, I really need to have this guitar back. And then you kind of think, actually, what was I really thinking here? It's happened with an amp with me as well before, where you think, right, I need to get this amp back. I might not ever have the opportunity to have it back again. You've sold it, it comes up for sale, you buy it again, you think, actually, I was thinking maybe with my, I I don't know what I was thinking with, but not my fingers, not my heart or whatever. But yeah, I love this guitar. Let me know if you've missed it being on the channel. Do you prefer the blue? Do you prefer the yellow? What do you reckon? In terms of sounds, they're quite similar. It'd be even more similar if I put Lola Dirty Blondes in that yellow Strat, but it's got Monty's 63 style pickups. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. And please go check out that I Can't Make You Love Me. Hopefully this is going to be something that you guys get involved with. I'm trying to make it kind of, you know, a reason for there to be that higher tier on Patreon, which I know some of you guys are signed up for. So thanks for that. And also, if you just want to do it like the one-off, there's the Gumroad option for that as well. But the Patreon will be slightly cheaper over the year. But Gumroad, hopefully, is about fair for the amount of effort it goes into making this stuff. And yeah, please get in touch if you've got other ideas for the full transcription kind of stuff. If you've ever had like a video of mine that you thought I'd really love to have that transcribed from start to finish, then there's an opportunity for that now. Cheers for stopping by.